Okay, so are you ready to really dive into these Oscar nominations for 2025?
You bet I am. I'm always ready for Oscar talk.
Me too, and especially with that NPR article, Five Takeaways from the 2025 Oscar nominations, there's so much to unpack.
Yeah, for sure. There's always so much to talk about with the Oscars, but this year really feels like there's a ton of surprises.
Yeah, right? Like The Substance being up for Best Picture.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How did that happen? It's like a tiny little sci-fi indie film that I feel like nobody really saw.
Right.
So that is going to be a big part of our deep dive today. But first, I think we should zoom out a little bit and take a look at the 5 big takeaways that the NPR article highlighted.
Sounds good to me.
So the first takeaway is this huge wave of biopics.
Yeah, did you notice that?
Oh my gosh. Yes, 3 of the Best Picture nominees are about real people and their lives.
Right. It's not just like a Hollywood thing either. It feels like people everywhere are obsessed with true stories right now.
Yeah, maybe it's because the world feels so crazy right now, so
Mhm.
people are looking for something real to connect with.
I think that that's probably, I mean, it makes sense
Yeah.
when you think about it.
Yeah, so that actually makes the nomination for The Substance even weirder, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not some historical epic or a tearjerker based on a true story.
Exactly. It's like it came out of nowhere and then boom, Best Picture nomination.
So the second takeaway from the article is this whole idea of genre bending.
Yeah, the lines are getting blurry with what the Academy thinks is like Oscar material.
Yeah, they used to be all about these super serious dramas, but now you've got a dark comedy and this indie sci-fi thing, and even a documentary,
Totally.
which I think is great. I love seeing them branch out and
I-
recognize different types of films.
I agree. It keeps things interesting.
Okay, but on the other hand, we also have to talk about the snubs.
Oh, the snubs. Yes, those are always juicy.
Totally, like challengers.
Oh, yeah. What happened there?
I know, right? Remember all the hype before it came out?
So much hype.
Everyone thought it was going to be the biggest contender, but it got totally shut out.
Yeah, the article kind of hinted that maybe it didn't get the best reviews, and there might have been some behind the scenes drama too.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Right. Makes you wonder what really goes on in Hollywood.
Totally. But on a more positive note,
Hmm.
we have to talk about the acting categories this year.
Oh, yeah, they are stacked.
So stacked, the best actors and actresses are all in the running.
It's going to be a tough competition for sure.
But one thing that really jumped out at me was Emilia Perez getting a Best Actress nom for The Substance.
Oh, wow. So that's 2 big nominations for this little movie.
I know, right?
That's huge.
And the article said that even though the film itself wasn't a huge hit, her performance was universally praised.
That's really interesting. It shows that the Academy is really looking at the individual performances, even if the movie as a whole wasn't a blockbuster.
Exactly. They were looking
No.
for those powerhouse performances.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the last takeaway that the article talks about is the rise of international films.
Yeah, that Best International Feature category is super diverse this year.
Super competitive too.
Yeah, and it's part of this bigger trend of global cinema becoming more accessible.
Totally. Streaming services
Yeah.
have definitely made it easier to see movies from all over the world.
Oh, sure.
And you're seeing more and more of these international films breaking into the mainstream. Not just in that category, but everywhere.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So it's really cool to see the Academy recognizing talent and stories from all different parts of the world.
Absolutely.
But okay, let's get back to The Substance for a minute.
Okay.
Why do you think this film connected with the Academy? What do you think it was? Was it the unique premise or Emilia Perez's performance?
Mm.
Or was it something else entirely?
Well, I mean, it probably was a few things together, you know?
Yeah.
The film deals with a theme of, well, I don't want to give too much away, but it's a really timely theme that people are thinking about a lot right now. Right.
But it approaches it from a totally unexpected angle.
Right.
It's sci-fi, but it's also really personal and makes you think.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you've got Perez giving this incredible performance. The article said she is just captivating.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, the Academy kind of loves an underdog story.
Yeah, they do.
Discovering this hidden gem The Substance and giving it all this recognition, it kind of makes them look good too.
Totally. It adds to their, we know what's good image.
Exactly.
So do you think that The Substance actually has a chance of winning Best Picture? Because, I mean, we've seen underdog films win before. So, what does this tell us about the Academy and their tastes? Are they changing?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a contender. And just the fact that it got nominated at all says a lot about how the idea of what an Oscar-worthy film is changing.
Right.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be an exciting race to watch, that's for sure.
Me too.
I'm definitely adding The Substance to my watch list. Good idea.
And I cannot wait to see what happens on Oscar night.
It's going to be a good one.
So now that you've got all this insider info from our deep dive, go out there and, impress everyone with your Oscar knowledge.
Yeah, go be the life of the Oscar party.
Exactly.
Have fun.
Thanks for joining me today. It was a blast.
Yeah, this was fun. I always love talking Oscars.
Me too. Until next time.
See ya.